early in the morning and I couldn't sleep. I just want to encourage anyone that has lost a loved one, either it was this year, last, or years before, and you're feeling so down and sad and empty inside, whether it's a child, whether it's your husband, wife, or mother or father, or anybody that's close to you. I know how it feels to lose 2 children, and the biggest mistake I did in the past, before I gave my life back to Christ, was to blame God. I blamed God. And not really what I said, but just how I felt. I felt like He didn't love me because of my kids was gone. And that was far from the truth. Now I understand that those 2 boys that I lost wasn't meant to be on earth. They was meant to be in heaven. I know sometimes that's hard to accept, but that's God's plan for their lives, is to be with Him. You never know what would have happened if they would have lived longer, how their life would have been. But please don't turn from God at that time in your life. I know it can be hard. All I did at the hospital was cry and cry and cry. Just holding the babies there with no life in them was the worst thing I ever experienced. But I knew that in my heart, God was trying to call me back to Him. And if you're going through some loss, my heart goes out to you. And I know it's not easy. And I know it can be very sad and challenging, especially if you're losing your children or your husband or wife, and you had them in your life for a long time and you don't know what to do. But just know that Jesus is there. Don't turn your back away from Him. Go to Him for comfort. He's a very best friend in time of need. He's an ever-present help. Don't turn to anything else. Don't turn to sin because you're in pain. I turned to sin when I was in pain. I was already in that lifestyle, but it got worse. And don't take your life. Please don't. I encourage everyone that is going through something. Before my daughter was here, I was very, very depressed because of everything that I had lost and everything I was going through in my current situation. I was going through a lot of turmoil and a lot of pain and a lot of rejection and a lot of mental abuse and different things. I'm not gonna get into all of it, but when I came back to God, I finally knew that He had other plans, and I finally forgave, and I finally walked away situations and gave my life back to Him. No, this life is not easy, but with God is more comfort and peace, knowing that no matter what circumstance you're in, He's right there with you. So today, if you're going through any loss or any pain, I just want to encourage you. Don't turn your heart away from God or lead it into sin. Just go to Him for comfort. Go to Him for everything. And I just thank you for listening to this. I hope it helps somebody. I know how painful it can be. Love in Christ.